Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button because we're making daily videos to keep you informed of everything in the blockchain world. So let's do just that and start off with Bitcoin Cash because clearly that's on everybody's mind. And if you have been watching the show, we know this is a main focus of the program here. And why wouldn't it be in times like this? 100, 300, it just keeps going. $1,325 currently USD. This has been exciting to watch, and hopefully you're along for the ride with us because I don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Now, why is this happening? Well, in my opinion, money is flowing out of Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash. Now, why? Why is that happening? Well, a lot of people, including myself, see Bitcoin Cash as the true Bitcoin. Now, you can see that a lot of other people agree, but not only that, big businesses, including Bitcoin.com, agree. Roger Ver came out with a tweet the other day showing that Bitcoin average transaction fees have continued to climb, where Bitcoin Cash's transaction fees are virtually free. Now, this is going to change as well because as we get closer to the pending hard fork with Bitcoin Cash, now this is happening in 2 days. This is a planned fork. It's not going to be messy. This is actually going to enhance Bitcoin Cash's structural ability, making it faster, cheaper, easier to use. And that's because of the DAA hard fork that's happening. Now you can check out past videos where I've discussed this in more detail, and you can also find a lot of information online. But Bitcoin Cash has been going up, and we will continue to see high volatility in Bitcoin itself because a lot of people are seeing this as a sale, while others are trying to dump before they feel it can go down even lower. Now, moving on with Bitcoin Cash, you can see the differences between Bitcoin Core, the price especially. Now, we spoke about this back a few weeks ago, and this number was sitting about twice as high at about 14% the amount of cash. And hopefully we won't see this change too fast because it would be nice for a lot of people to take advantage of these gains. And I feel as we come out with more and more video, and others on Twitter are sharing valuable information, I would invite you to get involved with the community and maybe pass some of this stuff on to your friends because the opportunity is here. Another member of the community here, Mr. Scatman, came out with this video yesterday, created a video on the Karate Kid here to spoof with the censorship that was happening with the core development team on Reddit, trying to silence a lot of the truth that was happening. Wicked job there. I would really recommend watching it. Pretty funny. There's a lot of other good stuff coming out of that community. But if we take a look at Bitcoin Cash specifically, you can see we'll hit that 7-day max there. So the percent gains should be going to Bitcoin Cash. But what you'll want to do to keep all these wacky coins out is go to the top and hit that $1 billion mark. And that'll pull the coins and collect everything that's over $1 billion market cap. As you can see, Bitcoin Cash here sitting at 103% over the past 7 days and 55% in the last 24. Now we're also seeing some pretty large gains just this morning as we've reached 6% just this morning. So congratulations to everybody that's kind of been on board with this. It's been a heck of a ride here, and we're continuing to see these gains. And clearly we're seeing Bitcoin continue to fall. Now, it is interesting if you've been following Twitter at all, because the community is still divided. And what I find interesting is a lot of people on the core side seeing Bitcoin still going to 10,000 by the end of the year. I cannot see that happening even before all the drama with SegWit2x. So at this point, I feel Bitcoin Cash is continuing to rise. Canadian exchanges here, we've got Bitcoin falling to 8,000 Canadian, just over, with Bitcoin Cash sitting at $1,700 Canadian. I remember just last week, or maybe a few weeks ago, it was around 400, maybe 500 Canadian. Man, have we ever hit that change. And a lot has to do with contributing factors such as the hash power. Now, this is very interesting. I've been following the hash power increase with Bitcoin Cash every day over the last week or so, and we're getting to the point where Bitcoin has continued to decrease its hash power, and it's actually started to equalize. So with the Bitcoin Cash fork pending, you can only assume that the hash power will increase. speeding the transaction times up for Bitcoin Cash and decreasing the transaction times for Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin. So, with Bitcoin itself slowing down, becoming more expensive to use, and Bitcoin Cash becoming easier to use with even less fees, I can't see that happening with Bitcoin reaching any higher levels. Now, this is Bitcoin Cash's projections going forward. Now, this is coming out from a site called CoinFan. I don't use them too much, but it is interesting to see these astronomical prices as we go up and up and up. Now you can see it was exponential to begin with because of how undervalued Bitcoin Cash was. So it will tend to level out, but look at as we go further just into the next year here. This is just 2018. We go into May. They're projecting here that it's going to be up 600%, or sitting at around just over $3,000 USD. Now we've spoke about this a few weeks ago. We were talking about how Bitcoin, if you were to sell, maybe this was last week, we were talking taking 50 Bitcoin Cash and selling it for 5 Bitcoin, but if you took your 5 Bitcoin, you would get 50 Bitcoin Cash. This was when it was sitting around $600 the other day, actually, I think. And clearly we've seen that happen. I never thought it would happen this fast, but goodness, it is upon us. And whether you want to call it the flippening or not, I know this was a meme for Litecoin, and it's easily translated into Bitcoin Cash at this point. But whatever's happening, there is clearly something happening big, and the knowledge behind Bitcoin Cash is where I feel it's stemming from, and the seeds that have been planted with Bitcoin Cash will continue to grow, and hopefully it will grow in a way that will enhance lives around the world, and not just for the few individuals that benefit off Bitcoin at this point, because it's becoming so expensive to move Bitcoin for those living in the Western world. For those living in other parts and third world countries, it's not even considered a possibility, where Bitcoin Cash could become a globally used source, and the end is nowhere near in sight. So thanks for watching, and I did want to mention the altcoin scene. I will be talking more and more about these incredible opportunities that are happening in other areas in cryptocurrency, including Omise Go, other projects such as BitShares. I can do entire videos on these coins and these projects, but there's just so much action happening in Bitcoin Cash, and I feel it's so important for the industry to know about Bitcoin Cash. There was some big news on YouTube the other day with Roger Ver doing a talk in Santa Monica. I'll be pulling some audio from that and creating a video again on Roger Ver and all the new stuff he was talking about, specifically going 100% with Bitcoin Cash in the Bitcoin.com company, and some news with his Bitcoin.com app reaching 500,000 users, as well as introducing sales for Bitcoin Cash through credit card on the Bitcoin.com wallet. So really interesting and exciting stuff coming out of the Bitcoin camp, and I hope you guys can follow along. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and we will see you in the next one.